pt1 while I'm sitting here stuck in.
Yo, what's good, everybody? This is JTL back with another one. Make sure y'all subscribe and hit that notification bell. So this is properly titled, Will, the book review without Jada, because it's going to be a second part. So this is part one. And the reason why I titled it that way, because I know y'all gonna want to hear about Jada, but I'm not gonna necessarily talk about Jada in this part. I'm just gonna do the review of the book. All right. So with that being said, let's get into it. So I gotta say, it definitely was a good book. I gotta give it to Will. And I listened to the audio book. I'm about done. I'm at the last chapter. But I want to say and just talk about some of the things in the book. Might be kind of a spoiler, but I'm not gonna go too deep into certain things that I'm going to talk about. But, the second part I will when we talk about Jada. So this book was good. And what I like about the audio book is because you get to hear how the author makes emphasis on the way he reads certain things, because, it's him projecting his thoughts out loud in the way he was writing it down. So I thought I got to give Will an A for that, because the way he was reading, y'all know how he articulates his words and things of that nature. It kind of reminds me of Obama, right? But I like the way he puts emphasis on certain words and sentences, and the way he explains something, and you can just close your eyes and picture it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's doing like a great author, and you can tell he reads a lot of books, because he names a lot of the books that he's read over the years. And I was surprised some of the books he read, I actually read myself as well. So, but starting from the beginning, when he talks about his upbringing in West Philly, the part that he grew up, his moms and his pops, and I want to say, with his mom's being a sweet woman, he go to college, versus becoming the rap guys. But once he got into rapping and it took off for him, he wasn't thinking about college no more. He wanted to rear his kids into real life experiences like that, which is basically how his father was. His father was a tough as nails type dude, hard worker. He was in the service, and the way he taught Will about certain things in life, and the business thing that he had, where Will was able to come work with him, bagging ice and stuff like that, working on machines and things of that nature. He saw that hard work that his pops put in, and his pops showed him about life, because of the book, not caring about people's feelings and having that issue with his family and his wife, and things that has, and not caring about the feelings. Well, goes on your and later, and he, because of that, it made him work hard. He got to that point in his life where he had those 8 #1 movies back to back, for like a decade, and being one of the best actors at the time for that basically that decade, for 8 movies in a row. So a lot of times his family kind of entertainment, and that was something that was very important, that he wanted to build his own legacy. You know what I'm saying? So him having all those great movies, his TV show, being able to to build something to where his kids can do whatever they want. You know, you see Jaden get into the moves. You see Willow do a little acting. Then she had a hit song. You know what I'm saying? Whip your hair back and forth and all that. You know what I'm saying? But he had to realize that, and I think that's what got why you see him so emotional all the time, because he had to realize he was being too much like his father. You know what I'm saying? And his father not caring about your feelings. So now you see him so much gradually growing into the person we see nowadays. And it seemed like, no offense, but he's a head case now because he's crying a lot. You can just see different interviews or different speeches he's giving. He's always crying. He's all over the place. He's going through certain things and trying to be better. And with him trying to be better, kind of lose yourself a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know what he did, what we've been talking about for the last 2-3 weeks. It got to that point because him trying to care about people's emotions. He even talks about with #1 song they chose like so you go for Jada. She cut off all her hair and it messed up everything. It's gonna mess up everything. So, but it shocked him because he thought about it, like, she was that serious. Like, I'm done. You're not seeing me. You're not realizing how I feel, and I don't want to do it anymore. So he says he bends down to her and whispers to her, "I see you and I get it." So since then he started trying to do that for his kids, but when he did try to do the same thing for Jaden when it came to After Earth, and people trying to push him, and he used to be that type of guy that would push like he did in Karate Kid, you know what I'm saying, for Jada, and it was a great movie, it did great, but he didn't do that with After Earth. He was happy that when they were trying to push him to do something he didn't want to do, that's when he asked for his pops, and he was happy that he asked him, like he wanted him to protect him. You know what I'm saying? Not try to bully nobody with his pops. Like he know he could, but he just wanted him to be there, so he did. But then next thing you know, the movie didn't do as well. And his buddy that he found on Ali movie that was training him to do Ali, named Daniel, he ends up getting into it with Will about that because he was not making Jaden be in the sun with everybody else and really be part of the team. So their friendship kind of fell out because of that. And he was saying that Will later that, you know, I felt like you just let me down. You didn't tell me why. So the movie didn't do good, even though I think it was a good movie. I seen After Earth. It was a good movie to me. I liked it. But it didn't do good. And he said, you know, Jaden wasn't feeling that. He wanted to win. And next thing you know, that's what emancipation at 15, where he wanted to be emancipated for the family came, and Will said that hurt him. You know what I'm saying? So going over all these things, family vacations and stuff, trying to stay together and building something, Will still had that attitude because his friend Danny taught him, you know what I'm saying, work your muscles, work like you always in the ring, so that way you're never comfortable. Don't ever get comfortable laying down in the ring, because that's what he taught him. Like, you don't want to get comfortable there, somebody knock your ass out. So he kept that going, and then they had issues. So the family kind of suffered for it. They was able to live off the fruits of his labors, but the family kind of suffered because he kept that same mentality, not realizing don't do that to your family. And he had situations with his family, especially Jada, where he had to realize that. So it was a lot of growing pains in this, you know what I'm saying? And going to the part where his pops was dying, you know what I'm saying? He caught a disease and he was dying from it, but pops was still tough as nails. And that really hit me, you know what I'm saying, in my heart, in my chest, because, you know, pops, that's something important. They called him Daddy-O. And they had so many different issues and stuff like that. Him and his mother was separated for like 20 years. And then finally she sent some divorce papers and he didn't get it. So he called Will and his brother and sister on the phone. like, what the fuck I'm supposed to do about this? And they were like, well, y'all been separated for 20 years. I don't see what the problem is. But Pops wasn't feeling that. But fast forward, he ends up, dying from excessive smoking and drinking. He was an older man. God bless him, still see older age. I believe he was around probably like 70 or something when he passed. So he still was blessed to still see older age. But, he had to comfort his pops because at this time when he passed, I think he was doing Man in Black 3 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. He said one of those. And, he had to sit there and talk to him. And, while he passed, and he got the call, and they FaceTime until he, passed away. So that was real a heartfelt moment. You know what I'm saying? Pops was gone, but he let him know before he died, like, I appreciate you. I'm proud of you. You did what you were supposed to do. Like the well done. You know what I'm saying? And he like, don't worry, I'm good. We good. You taught us what we needed to be strong and successful. You know what I'm saying? So when you leave here, don't worry. I thought that was real strong and touching to share that to his father. You know what I mean? So, like I said, it was a great book. Will did his thing. I like the way he put emphasis on things and great storytelling and things in his life to teach certain lessons. Now, he did do some of that word salad stuff that, Will is great for doing, where he's, and you have to figure out this thing and this and that. He did that. But most part, it was good, especially a certain way. He be cussing a lot in the book, which was funny to me. But like I said, it was a great read. And I just anybody want to go read it, or you can go do the Audible or do Amazon. I forget what it is, but you can do like a subscription for the 30 days for free and cancel it. But if you want to go check out the book, I think you should check out the book, or even the Audible, so that way you can hear Will talking and reading, and he killed it. He killed it. Great book. Definitely give it a 5 stars. Great book. So if y'all get a chance, go check out Will. So like I said, this is part 1, but part 2, we're going to talk about with Jada. This is going to be very, very interesting. So make sure y'all don't forget to do me 2 things. Make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all definitely subscribe. All right? Make sure y'all subscribe. Help your boy out, man. Show some love, man. I'm doing this for y'all. This is what we do over here on Opposite from the Norm. All right? I'll be back. Chill.